right, man, let's talk about the dynamic of if Ben Johnson leaves, then what's next for Jared Goff. I think we all can agree that Ben Johnson has had a large role in Jared Goff being successful this season. Now we go back to Anthony Lynn. I just think, and I said this before, and I don't want to sound repetitive, redundant, whatever you want to call it, but I felt Anthony Lynn just was going with what made Goff feel comfortable. And I think what Ben Johnson did was he said, you know what, I'm gonna go study Jared Goff before I even though they talked last season, he kind of was the OC at the end. He's like, I'm gonna go study Jared Goff, right? I'm gonna go see what he did good, what he did okay, what he did bad, right? And then I'm gonna probably have Goff go through his film, as Goff probably do. What are you comfortable with? What are you not comfortable with? Where do you feel like, what do you need? And some of the things you in the middle, I'm okay with, that we can get some of the things that you okay with and make you comfortable with, and some of the things you do not so well. We want to improve on that, but we want to do the things you do well. And I think he sat down with Goff, said, this is what I see. Okay, what do you see? He got down with Goff, said, and then they went through the playbook. What do you feel comfortable with? What you want to install from when you was with Sean McVay, and they did it that way. And the number one thing, the difference from Anthony Lynn and Ben Johnson too, is always personnel. He had better personnel. You was talking about somebody like Cleve Raymond. He was a lot better receiver year one, but that's easier to be when you add DJ Sharp, St. Brown, even more than his rookie year. And, you add just different weapons, Josh Reynolds, a little bit more comfortable in Detroit. So that's a lot. That's different. But that's an interesting thing. How much was Ben Johnson a product of the success Jared Goff doing? Do they got somebody, in the fold that's ready to pick up where he left off at? And it can't be Dan Campbell calling the plays. Because with Ben Johnson, it seems like every week, and that's what I think the Carolina defensive coordinator said. He said every week is something new. It's not a trend. So at the end of the day, do they got somebody in the fold that's learning under Ben Johnson, or somebody in the building that they feel is a hot shot play caller that they ready to have there? Do they got a list in mind? Because it's all about Jared Goff. And don't think anybody can come in and do, because a lot of these dudes, the number one mistake they make is they fit a player in the offense. What Ben Johnson did is what every coach should do, but every coach don't. Then you really wouldn't have the West Coast system. You wouldn't have the run and gun system. He fit Goff. He fit a system around Jared Goff. And at the end of the day, you got to have somebody who gonna come in and fit a system around Jared Goff. Now, obviously, they not gonna have the same philosophies that Ben Johnson got per se, but you do know we want to run the ball, we want to play action, we want to get the ball down the field, and what can they do to kind of mimic? And I want to say mimic, but put their own little twist on it. So at the end of the day, it's a good chance that Ben Johnson could be gone at some point. So how do you prepare for the next man up mentality? You look at the 49ers, they went from Salah to DeMeco Ryans. I'm pretty sure DeMeco Ryans, he knew a lot from playing in the league, a lot from college, a lot from high school, middle school, elementary school, Pop Warner, Pal, whatever you want to call it. But I'm pretty sure he learned a lot from Rob Salah, who Rob Salah learned under. He learned a lot from them. So that's the billion dollar question. That's the $1 billion question. Like, we at the point where how do you prepare to, because at some point, if he continue to have success, how do you prepare to replace him? Because what he did this year was so unique and so successful, and can Jared Goff continue on and be successful without him? And I think the answer is yes, because he's had success before Ben Johnson. And that's the most encouraging thing. He's had success before Ben Johnson. whatever reason, my hair is itching today. Probably time to wash it. But yeah, he had success before Ben Johnson. And I'm pretty sure he's hoping to have success after Ben Johnson. So that's gonna be the number one thing. And how you gonna have somebody come, who you gonna have come in here and kind of bring their own thing, and that gotta be in the back of their mind. Give him a raise. And who knows, Ben Johnson may not feel that he ready. It's different being a coordinator and running an offense than running, you're responsible for like 100 people, including coaches, practice squad players, and managing personalities on both sides of the ball. And obviously, you got to understand defense to be able to call offense, and vice versa. So, I think Jared Goff, what they asked him to do is not, and with the weapons he got, they're gonna continue to build. So, I think you kind of got to put a mini asterisk there before paying him and all that stuff, because that's any quarterback. Anytime you don't have a Rodgers, or you don't have a Manning, or you don't have a Brady, that guys that are the system, it's very important for whoever coming in running the offense that they understand this is what we want to do. This is what we expect. This is what Ben did. We don't expect you to be Ben, but we do have a standard. So that's interesting. Because if they real with themselves, he had a lot to do with Jared Goff's success and the upgrading weapons. And obviously Jared Goff had a lot to do with Jared Goff's success and Goff on time, accuracy, and all that type of stuff. And with Ben Johnson leaving, that may give them an opportunity to go get a quarterback. That might be the truth. That might give them a scapegoat to say, well, we want to get a young quarterback. He can grow with a young coordinator. That might get them the opportunity. And I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. But that might give them the opportunity to say, well, we ready to move on. But I think Ben Johnson is very important to what they're doing. And it's just not, oh, he ran the ball, play action. No, he was very creative in what they done. There was plays that it looked like play action, but he got the ball out quick to screens. And the one thing I want to see more than anything, I want to see him continue to, what can he do next? What can he do and sit back? Well, where can I improve as a play caller? Where can I improve as a leader of this offense? And where can we improve the offense next year? And I know Jared Goff going to look and say, well, I could have been better here, there, and here. And then you add James Mitchell, who's going to be healthy off his ACL, very athletic tight end for Virginia Tech. Zelstra be a little bit comfortable. Brock Wright being like, more blocker but can catch and run, as we can see. Jamison Williams to the offense. So, it's exciting to see where his possibilities can go with more weapons. And then who else know who they going to bring in? So he's very creative. The league is probably really hip to him, and I think that I'm not sure you're gonna be able to retain him past this, really past next year. But this year, it might be a question in whether you can retain him or not. But then you got to be ready and say, well, how much was he responsible for Jared Goff's success? Do we need to get a new quarterback? Who would be the next candidate? Do we have one in the chamber with somebody on this staff that we trust to call the offense and do things similar? But if you don't, and he stayed, you probably want to go out there and find some young aspiring play play caller and put him right under Ben Johnson. And you might want to do that with Aaron Glenn and keep your tree going. So I think that's key. That's key. They raved about him all last offseason, towards the end of the season. Now, hopefully, fortunately, we're able to have him around. I easily give him a bump and probably want to make him one of the more higher play callers, to be honest. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he moves on, how Goff continues to operate. Because he's not the system. And not too many guys are. You know what I'm saying? Other than cut the mobile quarterbacks out like Lamar, Vic, obviously they have to be the system. But Mahomes, he got Andy Reid. That's one of them systems where he enhances the system. But he may be at the point, I'm not sure, if he pick up and move to Dallas, that he is the system. But Peyton was able to move and move the system to Denver. So I think he might, Jared Goff ain't that quarterback. That's good. That's what we can say. Jared Goff ain't that quarterback that he is the system, but that's fine. But what we do know is he can make big time throws and big time moments. What we do know is he accurate when he hit the back foot, the ball coming out. He can, seem like, the reads are becoming easier, but that got to do with the running the ball. He don't have to spread it out, or he don't have to get under center and decipher the defense. The run game, the play action, the offense is really dictating, where the ball going, where it should come out at, and that type of stuff. So it's a decision to make. I feel if Ben Johnson move on, you got to get serious thought about what you're going to do at the quarterback position moving forward. Chicago's having them discussions already whether to move on with Justin Fields and take Bryce Young. So, I mean, that's a great question. And they can say we love Jared Goff. He's a hell of a ball player, all that type of stuff. But Ben Johnson had a lot to do with Jared Goff playing well this season. And like I continue to say, if I have a clear upgrade at quarterback that I know is there, you have to take it. And whoever that may be, for the future, for the now. But if you can keep Ben Johnson around, keep him. Him and Goff is like, they at the hip right now. And I want to see what they can cook up year 2. So, but, it's going to be interesting to see them kind of split down the middle. If they have to split, who else comes in and what else they can be looking to do. But a lot of his success goes to Ben Johnson. A lot of his success goes to Jared Goff and offensive line and so on. So, we'll see. But, hey, let me know what happened, what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love, support. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify. All that. I'm all there. Don't forget to check out my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfella TV. Right here on YouTube for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. That's Goodfella TV. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Peace.